All right, so this case right here probably is my favorite thin case out there right now that I have reviewed on this channel. Now, I know a lot of y'all be like, yo, T, stop reviewing these cases because you're making me spend too much money. But guess what? I'm about to make you spend some more money today, man. All right, we taking a look at the Peel thin case, but except this time, this is the super thin with MagSafe. All right, now I'm usually just browsing the surface, browsing cases and different things like that, and I came across this. Now, Peel did not send this to me. They know who I am, and we lost contact. Peel, hey man, if you're watching this video, let's get back together, man. But now I went out and bought this with my own money, man, because this is the case that I've been looking for when I'm talking about a thin case. All right, like I know there's some other thin case that we reviewed, but this one right here just about checks all the boxes for me. So let's go ahead and get into it. On the front, very minimalistic. You got Peel, super thin MagSafe case. On the back, you have this little open flap right here. So very nice presentation. The super thin MagSafe case. And they got a little story about Peel if you want to go in there and read that. All right, so let's go ahead and open it up. And yes, here it is. All right, how to install your Peel. We don't need to really look at all that. Let's just pop the case out. And like I said, very nice packaging from Peel right here. I can really appreciate when somebody gives you some nice packaging. But here it is. Here is going to be that thin case. And taking a look on the inside, as you can see that MagSafe. All right, now there's a few things that really jump out to me when you're talking about all the things that you want on a very thin case. All right, for me, you gotta have MagSafe. It's not that many super thin cases like this that has MagSafe, and this is what drew me to this one. Not only that, it also has that felt lining on the inside, all right? So it's gonna be able to protect your phone. It has protection on all four corners, has a nice matte design, and it has little slits right here. So although it has a very snug fit, it's still easy to be able to pop off. All right, so very thin case, very feather-light case, and this is exactly what I have been looking for on my quest to find some of the best thin cases out there in the market. All right, so let's go ahead and bring the scale over here. Let me see how much this bad boy weighs, because I know it's a light case and I know it does not weigh a lot. There it is, man, 26 grams. Because you know most of the cases that we weigh is usually around that 36, 37 grams. Nah, 26 when it comes to this scale right here. All right, so, and you know what, enough of that, man. Let's just pop the case, phone on the case. I always say case on the phone, but y'all get what I'm talking about, man. Let's go ahead and get it on. Let's put it on one side, and you're going to go ahead and snap it in the other. And here it is, man, with that Peel, with that MagSafe. Like I said, this is something that I have been waiting for, because I reviewed another thin case a little bit earlier in the iPhone 13 model, and I said it was perfect, but it didn't have MagSafe, man. But this is exactly what I've been looking for. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at it. Let's go ahead and step through things one at a time. So on the top, as you can see, it is completely closed. No cutouts or anything on that top. Going along on the bottom, now when it comes to the buttons of these cases, you have the actual buttons of the phone themselves. This is how it kind of goes when you're talking about super thin cases. They don't have any space for buttons, man, so they make you press the phone's buttons. But getting to those, they're a little bit recessed down in there, but they have nice cutouts for them, and you can definitely get to that mute toggle switch easy and that volume up and down, even though there isn't anything that sticks out. So if it does happen to fall on the sides, I definitely think you should be good to protect those buttons, because they are recessed down in there. And don't get us mistaken, this is not a protective case. This is a thin case in order to do one thing: keep your phone thin and give you everything that you need. So when you're talking about drop protection and stuff like that, just you might got to be a little bit leery with that. All right, now let's go ahead and bring it over to the bottom. As you can see, you have the dots for the speakers, and they are accurate, as you can see, and you get a nice big cutout for that lightning cable. So I think you'll be really good. Even with third-party lightning cables, I think you'll be fine. On that right side, you get that power button. It's just like the volume up and down, where it's the cutout, where you are actually pressing the button. And like I said, it's recessed down up in there. And taking a look at that camera, even with this being a very thin case, all right, you still get that little bit of lip over that camera, just enough. And I'm talking about, it might be just even with it, all right? If it clears the camera lens, I'm talking about it may be barely clearing it, but you get that camera lip over there, so it should give you that little bit of lip that you need to get this up off of the camera lenses. All right, now taking a look at that lay-on-interior protection. Now you don't have basically anything when it comes to that lay-on-interior protection. I mean, you have a very, very tiny, subtle lip, maybe just enough for it, so if you put it down, you'll be able to get it up off that screen. But just like I said, man, this is talking about light protection, minimalist protection. All of my minimalist people out there who really don't want cases on the phone, this is what a case like this is potentially used for. All right, now let's go ahead and set it down. Let's see if it does the rock test. So on the bottom, you get no rocking. On that right side, you get a little bit of rock over there by that camera. Of course, you're going to get a little bit of rock there. All right, that's just something we always got to think about. Now, how does this case fit on the phone? Now, when you're talking about snapping it in, this case fits on there good. I'm talking about it's up there tight. You're not going to be able to pop this case off without doing some type of bending and trying to, yeah, you can get it off, but you got to kind of really work it to get it off. But I'm not mad at that. I like that you can't get this case off easy. So once all the corners are snapped on, it feels good. When you're talking about gripping it in your hands, it doesn't creak. It doesn't do anything. Everything fits up there just good. When you're talking about the pull and tug test, there's no need to do that because this is made out of basically a hard material. And when it's snapped on that phone, nothing moves all around it. I'm talking about even by the buttons, nothing. This is hard plastic that goes all the way around it. So everything is very tight. Everything is very precise when it comes to the fit on this case. So I really love the fit of it. It's just spot on, just perfect in my opinion. Now, how does it feel in your hands? Now, the one thing I can probably say, just the one thing, and I get it because they're thin, they're not trying to put a bunch on their case. I do wish it had just a little bit more grip. All right, like this material, although it's matte, it isn't too slippery in my opinion. And let's be honest, everybody has different levels of hand moisture and all different stuff like that. So a case that's not slippery to me may potentially be slippery to you unless it's like a grip case or something like that. But for me, with this material, I don't even feel like it's that slippery. I do think it has a decent level of grip for what type of material that it is when you're talking about this matte material. And when you're talking about this material, look how it's kind of resistant smudges. I kind of got one right here, but I've been handling this case since this video was started, but I feel like it has rejected smudges pretty good. So, and also, of course, it's going to keep a very thin profile. When you look at that right there, you barely get any thickness. You're not getting much thickness at all, keeping things at a very nice and slim profile. I definitely can appreciate that when it comes to this Peel Super Thin MagSafe. All right, but let's go ahead and test one of the main things. Let's test out how strong that MagSafe is. So popping it down on MagSafe, as you can see, it works just fine. Now, when you're talking about MagSafe strength, that's pretty good. You heard it almost try to lift this thing and still block, but this has a little above average when we're talking about MagSafe strength. Just a slight bit above average, not weaker than, not on the weak side, not on the super strong side, but kind of like somewhere like around here. Like if this is the weak and this is the strong, I'm putting it right there, if you can get what I'm talking about, man. So it has a decent level of strength. So not bad at all, Peel. Definitely not bad when it comes to the strength of this. Now go ahead and bring in some accessories over here. Of course, let's go ahead and try the Apple battery pack. As you see, it stops right below that but right below that camera. So it's kind of like just about designed for it. So that fits good. And when you're talking about taking it off, it has a good strong connection, man. Not super weak, anything like that. Dropping that MagSafe wallet up there, nice, smooth, subtle combination if this is your thing right here. And you know how the MagSafe wallets do, especially when you talk about the slippery material like this. You might have a little bit of, it moves a little bit, but it's not a crazy deal breaker. But here it is, yo. This is going to be the Peel Super Thin MagSafe case for the iPhone 13 Pro. Now, I'm pretty sure they make these for just about all of the iPhone model 13 models, that is. You already know I will put the link down below. Now, this is no affiliate link, all right? This is just me, like I said, sometimes getting these cases because they interest me, and I'm just showing you love. I don't get any kickback if you go out there, peel.com, and buy yourself one because I don't think they're on Amazon. They do make the regular Peel thin cases without MagSafe if that's the option that you want to go with, but y'all already know the hashtag, man. Every case needs MagSafe. And I feel like the Peel Super Thin MagSafe case literally checks all the boxes that I need when it comes to a thin case. Thin, I like the felt lining on the inside. Fit is very precise, and it has MagSafe. I mean, I don't really, like I said, I could say I want some grip on the sides, but these are minimalist thin cases, so you don't get a whole bunch of grip and cuts and a whole bunch of unnecessary things. So Peel, you did your thing with this one. I really, really like this case right here, man. It might stay on my iPhone for a little bit. And yeah, they just made the next top 10 case video for the iPhone 13 Pro extremely hard. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there, man. But take it to you. I'm about to get up out of here. Make sure you do all the YouTube things, and make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that like button so you don't miss, well, not hit the like button, but hit the bell so you don't miss any future videos, man. We about to get up out of here, man. Everyone be safe. Catch you on the next one. Later.